Hello and welcome to class. I'm going to show you how to navigate around our Blackboard shell and get into the class. So if you have further questions, of course, always feel free to email me, contact me. So I'm going to start from our home page. The ACTC or whatever campus you're on should look similar, and click on Blackboard. From there, I'll have to adjust this. I click on courses, and all the courses that I'm currently enrolled in, and some others. In my case, mine might be messier than yours, but we're going to look at your Math 110 online class. Should look just like this. Click on that. Now, from here, you might think, especially if you're a returning student, that things are looking a little different than before. So you have been chosen to use a new platform called Ultra. So yours might look a little different from some of your friends in other classes or from some of the other classes you're even taking. So especially I want to show you how to navigate around this since it may look different to you. It's different to me too. This is my first time with this platform. But I think you'll find it user-friendly. I think it's going to be just fine, and you'll get used to it right away. I know that I feel like I have. So the first thing, instead of the tabs being along the left side like you might have been used to, your tabs are basically just down the middle. Your course content, where we mainly live here, you'll click on course information. This is where you start. You'll see our syllabus. That's, of course, what I'd like you to do first is read your syllabus. We have a class schedule, the syllabus where all the specific rules for the class are, and then academic calendar for the ACTC campus. So I especially like for you to maybe print this off if you like, or just have it as a reference on your desktop. But this is your guide for how this semester is going to go. So if you're somebody that kind of manages your time well and you want to know like what's up next, this is a good go-to handout. So I really like this, and it shows you when everything is due, all important dates. So you can always work ahead in my class, by the way, so I encourage that. These are just the last dates to do things, so try to stay ahead of deadlines if at all possible, ideally. All right, so I wanted you to know about that, and then of course the syllabus tells you how your grade is determined, so you can open up this file, check out all the rules of the class. It's a long syllabus. I know we've made these longer and longer all the time, but it's where all your agreements are, what's covered in the course. Probably the main thing you want to know is right here, your grading policies. Your homework is a weighted percentage of 15% of your grade. Quizzes are 40%. You have a midterm exam, 20%, and a final exam that's 25%, and then how your grades are determined. So that's probably the biggie. Then there's details about test proctoring, all kinds of stuff. So please do read all of this. I won't bore you and read it to you, but the syllabus is very important. Then you will take a syllabus quiz. So after you get done with that, you'll notice right here the first assignment for our course, which is due by the first Friday of school. So that'd be, what is that date? Oh, it says there, 1/17, the 17th. You can take all my quizzes multiple times until you achieve the score that you're happy with, which hopefully is 100%. So aim for that and just ace this course. That's what I would wish for you. But right here you'll see you can start the test, and it will move you over into the MyLab Math platform, and it will ask you if you've read the syllabus, and hopefully you do that, and other things such as that. All right, and then whenever you're finished, you can hit submit quiz. I'm going to get a bad score because I didn't really try to take that, so I'll get lots of X's. But hey, review your test and start it over again. You can't lose here, so it tells you the right answers. Just be sure to do that. Get your 100. It does count on your grade. All right, instructor information, a little bit about me you can read up about. Then there's an e-learning orientation. I encourage you to do that. That's not for points, but just FYI thing. Some student support links to some services at the college. The required technology, not a lot in this class. It's pretty low tech except using the MyLab Math program, which should just automatically work for you. If it does not, There is a tech support number I will supply to you, but you should not need a username or password or anything. It should, just like I clicked on my syllabus quiz earlier, you should just go straight into that. If you have any problems with that, it could be that you need to use Google Chrome or Firefox, or something needs updated. So if you have technical problems there, I will send out an announcement with information of how to call a number and get help with that. But it should be real user friendly. But do read all my links. I encourage you to do that. All right, the last thing on the just course information tab is My Lab Math. Now, this is a direct link into the math program. It says use this link if you want to go directly and see all the assignments. This is where your grades will be kept, and your textbook is available there. Also note these links are embedded in your modules as we go along. So I've embedded them as well, but if you want to just click here, let me show you this. It shows you all the assignments for the course, so you can get in and just see what all's available. So the entire course is open and available to you. The only thing you can't actually click in and do, if you try to click on Final Exam, it does ask you for a password. So that is password protected, and you'll take that at the end of the course when you finish everything else up. Everything else is open, and you take it just on your own from your own comfort of your home. The EText, this is your textbook where you can access all kinds of stuff here. I encourage you to read your textbook, of course. And let's see, is it coming up slowly, but I believe we're going to get there. So this is your entire textbook. You'll learn how to navigate over here and bookmark it and get to different pages. So that is on there as well. Let's see what else. And then your grade book. This is where I keep your grades. So note that I keep your grades updated in the My Lab Math grade book. All your assignments are in My Lab Math. So that's where your grading is always updated. You won't find your grade updated in Blackboard per se, but this is very handy because you can see I've got a bad grade because I took that syllabus quiz and without trying. So right now I've got 0%. It's not looking so hot, but you can always see your current grade by clicking on this grade book, and it shows your overall percentage. Not looking good for me. You all do better. Okay, so that's that, and then you can click back here and kind of collapse that again, and you can collapse this if it's bugging you like it is me. All right, this is my so you can't see that one, but where I make your assignments. But anyway, the next thing you'll see is your introduction discussion board. So I would like to hear from you. Some students have already introduced themselves to the class, so thank you very much. So I like for you guys to kind of get to know each other. And then maybe you can reach out to each other and find study buddies even through that. So please do that. Then here's where the coursework kind of starts. Module 1. The course is laid out in modules. The first module is Chapter 1 in Section 5.6. You'll notice this book does skip around a bit. It's a very topical study. It's not like an algebra class where you just do kind of a pyramid of stuff that grows on each other. In this class, you do topics. We do very random topics, I would say, kind of scratch the surface of many math topics. It's not just algebra. You might be glad to know that. It's all over the place, really. The first chapter is an introduction to problem solving, and then 5.6 is an introduction to the exponent rules and scientific notation. So that's what I mean by topical. Then we go to a totally another different topic, which is logic. A lot of students, this will be your first look at logic, I find. I didn't have logic in my upbringing. I was a more typical algebra student, so this was new to me. The first time that I taught this, I actually had not had a pure logic class in my training. So I think you'll find, many of you will find this is kind of a different topic, but I hope you'll like it. It's so it's an interesting course, I think, in that we do kind of scratch the surface of many types of math topics. Algebra, there's the algebra that everybody knows and loves, I suppose, the typical thing you think of in a math course. Then the metric system. Then we take a midterm over what you've studied up to that point. This is a non-proctored midterm, so you can take that on your own. All the information is in here, but I'm kind of just giving you an overview. So you can click here and see it is a non-proctored midterm. and it has a study guide. You can click on the study guide, and I've got some videos on there to help you. But you can take this in the comfort of your own home as well. Like everything else, everything except the final, you take in the comfort of your own environment. So I do have the links on here. Like I said before, you can get there as you go through the modules and start the test here, or in the link I had above that shows everything. So that's kind of up to how you want to do that. There's 2 ways to get to them. Then we do a little geometry, a little business math, a little statistics, and then you take a comprehensive final. So this is where I said everything kind of comes together. And when you click on the final exam, there is a good study guide for all these too. But notice there is a password. So the proctoring centers around the state, and other places, we can work out that detail as we get closer to that, but that does have to be monitored by an official. So just keep that in mind, and we can work that out. Okay, so that's kind of how the class is laid out. So the modules lay out. There are some other tabs. This contact tab is actually this that we're on now. There's a calendar. I think this is calendar, yeah. There's discussion boards, another way to get to the one discussion board I have. And then this is your grade book, but remember, I don't really use the grade book that's in Blackboard. I use the grade book from MyLab Math that I showed you earlier, and then messaging there. The best way to contact me, though, will be by email, and I do give that information in your syllabus and such, but I do like to communicate through email. You're also welcome to call my office phone, and I give all that information as well as you go through. Let me show you one more thing. Let me get in a module with you. So the first module, Chapter 1 5.6, you have videos to watch, and I am updating those. I'm planning to do that as we go. If you feel like you need more video explanation, or anytime you want to talk to me about the material, feel free to contact me. But I am updating my videos. What I'm trying to do is I would have you print out your Chapter 1 notes, all right? And then I'm going to go through and make videos that go straight with this, my updated notes. So this is everything I would want you to know about Chapter 1. And right now, these videos that you see here are kind of random from various problems that have to do with Chapter 1. So like I said, I'm updating those. Currently, I'll be working on those as we go, so hopefully I'll get ahead of you on that. But every module should have notes, so you'll see the doc there. Those are your documents. You can print those out and have your notes to go along with the videos and to give you the highlights of each chapter. I want you to do that, of course, before you start your homework. So after you've watched your videos and read your textbook, read through your notes, attend the lecture, of course, like as if you were in person. You wouldn't just jump into your homework. You would attend the lecture first. Then jump into your homework, 1.1 homework, and you'll see, okay, for example here, I'll have homework that aligns with what I just did in my notes. You do get multiple tries on the homework, so you can't fail here. You can do your best. Like I'm just not even going to try here and just see if I'm right. Oh, nice work. Next question. But if I would miss it, okay, here, I think I missed this one. Sorry, incorrect. You can try again. You get 3 tries, and then it regenerates a new problem. So the homework's very forgiving. It's almost too forgiving. So try to, be ahead of that and do well on the homework so you get good practice there. But anyway, it's very doable. Take good notes as you go through these, though. So you'll have homework 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, and 5.6 goes along with Module 1. Then you will take a quiz over that. So in the quiz, you won't get 3 tries. You have 16 questions. You'll complete all those questions. It will give you a score after you hit submit quiz. You can then take it again, but you do have to start all over on the quizzes. I encourage you to start early so you can get 100% before the deadline. So you'll proceed through, and those will have due dates. Then you'll proceed to Module 2. It'll be just like that. I'm a boring math teacher, so I'm very linear here. So you'll just proceed to Module 2, do the same thing. You'll have your goals and objectives that tell you what you should learn in this chapter or module. Then you'll have your notes and videos. I'll ask you to print off every time these documents, read through those, watch the videos, attend the lecture.